So let's look on how we can define the typography for our site. Well, you of course start by clicking on typography. And here you see that you can reset the typography for the different parts. And if it says text like this, then it is kind of for all text that has some specific settings later on. What you should remember though is that you can then later on, if you like to have your quotes block, for example, have a specific font, well, then you can redefine the block. We will come back to that later. But here I can go and click on text, and then I can select among all fonts, just 2. Isn't that a little few, maybe? Yeah, well, there is a hidden gem in this one, and that is if I go back here and then click on any of the fonts. At the moment we have 1. Then I get into a specific font chooser, or what we should call it. And here, what we can do is that you can either upload the font or you can install fonts. Now, I already have connected this. The first time you get a kind of little warning that says, do you want to connect this site to Google? And then when I connect here, I can see all Google fonts. Now, this I can, of course, kind of click through all these 288 pages to find the font, but I think it's better to go to fonts.google.com and then find the font that you want to have. Let's say that I want to have a cute font and it should be handwritten, and then let's say that I would like to have this one. Now I know that this is called Leckerly 1, and then I can use this one and go back here and hunt for that font, and then this one is only available in one style. So, but I select this one and then I install. Now, when this one is installed, you see that now I have this one as a font that I can choose among. So let's say that I want all my headings to use this font. And then when I click on headings, well, then you see that I can either redefine a specific font or a specific heading, but I can also say that no, I want all my headings to use the Leckerly 1 font. And here we have it. And then maybe we should go and say that this should be regular, because if you have, this was only available in one appearance, but if it is bold, that is kind of default, then it will try to do some kind of folks bold, and that usually doesn't look good. So I remove that. I said that they should all be regular. Now you see the readability is a lot better, and now I can save, and then I have defined that all my headings should use the Leckerly 1 font. Okay, you see there are some other settings you can do here. You can set up the appearance, and you can set up the line height. Some fonts needs a little bit more and some a little bit less. And what you should remember though is that text is kind of the default. So if I don't set any specific fonts for headings, well, then it will use the default that you set in text. So if I change this one to use a system font, well, then almost everything except now my headings will use now the system font. So let's say that I'm satisfied here, and this is how you can install fonts from Google and how you then can define fonts for the different parts.